Magandang araw. This is Sir Ricky. Again, welcome to our math video tutorial. In this video, I will be discussing ratio and proportions. Tara, tayo nang matuto. Part 1 of this video is we're going to learn about ratio. To start with, let me show to you an image and an opening problem. What does this image show? So this is a hospital. So in a hospital, there are 4 doctors and 8 patients. What is the ratio of doctors to patient? From the given problem, we encounter the word ratio. Ating alamin ngayon, ano nga ba ang ratio? Ratio is a comparison of two or more quantities in the form of A to B, where A and B are called terms. So in short, we are comparing two or more quantities. Let's have this one. Let's go back to the given problem. In a hospital, there are 4 doctors and 8 patients. Let me show to you an illustration of 4 doctors and 8 patients. The given question is, what is the ratio of doctors to patients? There are 3 ways to write ratio: through word form, column form, and fraction form. In the given problem, we will be comparing two quantities. The first quantity is doctors. So let's count how many doctors do we have in the problem. There are 4 doctors. This time, how many patients are there? There are 8 patients. Therefore, to write them in ratio using the word form, we can express it through 4 doctors to 8 patients. In word form, we use the word to compare doctors and patients. In column form, we can write 4 colon 8. In fraction form, we can write 4 as the numerator and 8 as the denominator. But take note, children. Same to fraction, a ratio can be expressed also into lowest term by getting the GCF of the two terms. Get the GCF of 4 and 8. Their GCF is 4. Therefore, we will be dividing both numbers by 4. So 4 divided by 4 equals 1. 8 divided by 4 equals 2. Therefore, the final answer that we have in the given question such what is the ratio of doctors to patient is 1 doctor to 2 patients by word form. In column form, 1 colon 2. In fraction form, 1 as the numerator and 2 as the denominator. So that's how we write ratio. Remember that we can express ratio to its lowest term. What if, using the given problem, we encounter this question? What is the ratio of patients to doctors? So this time, take a look on the given question. Be very careful on understanding the question by following the sequence of the quantity that we are going to compare. So this time, we will be comparing patients to doctors. So how many patients are there? There are 8 patients. How many? So this is the first term in the ratio. In mathematical term, this is also called antecedent. So let's count the numbers of doctors. There are 4 doctors. So this is the second term in the ratio. So kung paano natin sinusulat ang ratio, tatandaan na titingnan natin yung sequence ng quantity ng ating pagkukumparahin. So dito, patients to doctors. So in mathematical term, the second term is also called the consequent. Again, sa ratio, pwede tayong mag-express into lowest term. However, 8 to 4, if we're going to write it in a fraction form, lalabas siya na 8 over 4. Diba? So, paano ba tayo mag-reduce ng fraction sa lowest term kapag improper? Ginagawa natin ay dinidivide. Pero sa ratio, hindi siya pwedeng i-divide. Ang gagawin natin ay kukunin din natin ang GCF ng 8 at ng 4. Ano ba ang GCF ng 8 ang 4? Ang GCF din nila ay 4. So divide 8 by 4, we will be having 2 as the quotient. And 4 divided by 4 is equal to 1. So therefore, the final answer on what is the ratio of patients to doctors is 2 to 1. So we have here 2 patients in every 1 doctor. Okay, yan sa illustration natin. So sa bawat dalawang pasyente, merong isang doktor. So, if we're going to answer the given question, this will be our answer. 2 patients to 1 doctor, 2 colon 1 by using colon form, and 2 over 1 by using the fraction form. So, ganyan tayo kung paano magsulat ng ratio. Isa pang halimbawa ating aralin. Tambo Elementary School, Maine has 252 grade 6 students and 6 teachers. What is the ratio of teachers to grade 6 students? This time, remember that there are 3 ways in writing ratio: word form, colon form, and fraction form. So, observe the given problem. Analyze it carefully. What is the sequence of the quantity that we are going to compare? So in this given problem, we will be comparing teachers to grade 6 students. So our first term is teachers, and then the second term is grade 6 students. So teachers to grade 6 students. How many teachers were there in the given problem? There are 6 teachers to 252 grade 6 students. So, tandaan na ang ratio ay pwede ring i-express sa lowest term by getting their greatest common factor and dividing them by its GCF. So, si 6 and 52 ba, ay 252 ba, ay merong GCF? Tama, meron. Ang kanilang GCF ay they are both divisible by 6. So 6 divided by 6 equals to 1. 252 divided by 6 is equal to 41. So if we're going to write it into word form, we will be having 1 teacher to 41 students. Colon form, 1 colon 41. In fraction form, we will be writing 1 as the numerator and 41 as the denominator. So that's how we right ratio. Let's understand this next problem. The volleyball team won 4 games and lost 10 games this year. What is the ratio of wins to losses? So, what is the sequence of the quantity that we are going to compare? So, we will be comparing wins to losses. So, we have 4 wins to 10 losses. 4 colon 10 or 4 over 10. But still, let me remind you that in ratio, if the given quantities are in the higher term and possible to be simplified, then we can express them to its lowest term by getting its GCF. 4 to 10, as expressed to fraction form, 4 over 10. We can do the listing method. Factors of 4 are 1, 2, and 4. Factors of 10 are 1, 2, 5, and 10. Therefore, their greatest common factor is 2. So we will be dividing the two terms. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. 10 divided by 2 equals 5. So therefore, the ratio of wins to losses is 2 to 5. So that's how we write ratio. 2 wins to 5 losses, 2 colon 5, and 2 over 5. Let's go for the next example. What if, let's analyze this problem. 3 friends share some candies. Jamie gets 3 candies, Kate gets 4 candies, and Leo gets 5 candies. What fraction of the candies does Kate get? Let's show Jamie, Kate, and Leo. And these are the candies they get. Jamie get this part of candies, Kate get this one, and Leo get this number of candies. What fraction of the candies does Kate get? So, 3 candies for Jamie, 4 candies for Kate, and 5 candies for Leo. The question is, what fraction of the candies does Kate get? Before we answer the given question, let's go deeper on the given problem by answering how many candies are there. So to get the total number of candies, we will be just simply adding the number of candies each one of them get. So 3 plus 4 plus 5 is equal to 12 candies. How many candies does Kate get? Based from the present representation or illustration, Kate get 4 candies. What fraction of candies does Kate get? So this time we will be writing the fraction form. Since fraction is part of a whole, let's go to the number of candies that Kate gets. So she gets 4 candies over the total number of candies, which is 12. So 4 over 12 or 4/12. Express it in lowest term. So the GCF is 4. So 4 divided by 4 is 1 and 12 divided by 4 is 3. So the final answer will be 1 to 3. Therefore, Kate gets 1/3 of the candies. Now, let's put it in ratio. What is the ratio of Kate's candies to Leo's candies to Jamie's candies? This time, according to the given questions, the sequence of the quantity that we are going to compare, there are 3 terms, such as Kate candies, Leo's candies, to Jamie's candies. So, bibilangin lang natin. Ilan yung candy na nakuha ni Kate? Meron siyang nakuhang 4, kay Leo ay 5, at kay Jamie ay 3. Therefore, the ratio will be 4 to 5 to 3, or using the colon form, 4 colon 5 colon 3. What is the ratio of Jamie's candies to Kate candies? So we will be comparing the number of candy that Jamie gets to the number of candy that Kate's get. So what is the number of candies, or how many candies Jamie get? She gets 3 and Kate get 4. So the ratio will be 3 to 4, or in colon form, 3 colon 4. In fraction form naman ay 3 over 4. What is the ratio of Leo's candies to Jamie's and Kate's candies? So we will be comparing two term only. Kasi we will be comparing the number of Leo's candies to the number of candies that Jamie and Kate have. So Leo get 5 candies. Jamie and Kate get 3 plus 4. So 5 to 7. In colon form, 5 colon 7. And in fraction form, 5 over 7. So that's how we write ratios. This time, let's go to part 2 of this video's lesson. Let's learn proportions. What is proportion? Proportion is a statement that two ratios are equal. It can be written in two ways, as two equal fractions and or using colon. Two equal fractions or using colon. When we say proportion, this is a statement that two ratios are equal. So, paghahambingin na natin yung dalawang ratio kung sila ba ay equal. Kapag equal ang dalawang ratio, ito ay nangangahulugan na sila ay proportion. We can use this one, two equal fractions, by representing it as A to B as C to D. Or using the colon form, A to B as C to D. Let's name A as 3, B as 5. So we read it as 3 to 5. As C, name it as 9, and D, 15. So we read it as 9 to 15. Therefore, let's find out if the ratio 3 to 5 and ratio 9 to 15 is proportion. We can use also the colon form, A 3 to 5 as 9 colon 15. So in fraction form dito, we can use the butterfly method or the multiplication or cross multiplication method. 3 times 5, or the what we call the extremes, and then 5 times 9, or what we call the means. Let's just multiply. 3 times 15 is equal to 45. 5 times 9 is equal to 45. If the product of the extremes and the product of the means are equal. So in this case, product of extremes and product of the means are equal. They are both 45. Therefore, ratio 3 to 5 as ratio 9 to 15 is proportion. Let's try this one using the colon form. The first number and then the last number or digit is what we call extremes. Then the two numbers at the middle, which is 5 and 9, is what we call means. So we will be just multiplying the extremes. Extremes, 3 times 5 equals 45. Means, 5 times 9 equals 45. Again, we can say that a given two ratios are proportion if the product of the extremes and the product of the means are the same or equal. So in this case, 45, 45. Therefore, 3 to 15, 3 to 5 is equal or proportion to ratios 9 to 15. So that is proportion. Is two statement or two ratios are equal. Let's try this one. 3 to 4 and 6 to 8. Is these two ratios proportion? Let's find out. We multiply the extremes. 3 times 8 and multiply the means. 4 times 6. So 3 times 6, 8 equals 24. 4 times 6 equals 24. Are they equal? The product equal? Yes. The product are both 24. Therefore, 3 to 4 is equal to 6 to 8, or they are proportion. Let's have this one using column form. 7 to 21 as 3 to 9. Is these two ratios proportion? Let's find out. Multiply the extremes and multiply the means. Extremes, 7 times 9 equals 63. Means, 21 times 3 equals 63. So the product of streams and means are equal. Therefore, 7 to 21 is equal to 3 to 9. Therefore, these two ratios is proportion. Hope you get it, children. Let's try this one another. Another given. Is these two ratios equal or proportion? Let's find out. The product of the extremes and then the product of the means. Multiply the extremes. 3 times 9 equals 27. Multiply the means. 6 times 4 is equal to 24. Are they equal? The product of the extremes and the product of the means are not equal or unequal. Therefore, ratios 3 to 6 and ratios 4 to 9 is not proportion. So hope you understand what proportion means. What if in a given proportion there is one missing term? Let's try this one. 2 to 8 as 4 to n. N is the missing term. So we will be looking for n. Ano yung dating gagawin? Same na ginawa natin kanina. The product of the extremes and then the product of the means. Ang gagawin lang natin, we will be multiplying the extremes. So 2 times n, pagsasamahin natin siya. So 2 times n. Si 2 o yung number na 2 walang partner. Ang partner niya ang nawawala. Equals, multiply the means. 8 times 4. Ngayon, ganyan ang magiging given natin. I-divide lang natin ang both extremes and means. Di-divide lang natin siya ng kanino? Sa number na walang partner, si 2. So, i-divide lang natin siya sa 2. Okay. So, si 2n over 2, so we can cancel 2. Cancel natin si 2, ang matitira ay n equals. Multiply this one. 8 times 4 equals 32, then divide by 2. Bring down n equals. 32 divided by 2 equals 16. Therefore, si n ay 16. Okay. Paano natin malalaman na tama ang sagot natin? Let's check this one. So, 2 to 8 is equal to 4 to n. So, multiply natin si extremes and means. Ano na si n dito? Siya na ngayon ay 16. So, let's multiply the extremes. 2 times 16 equals 32. And then the means is 8 times 4 equals 32. Kapag sila ay parehas or equal ang product ng extremes at ng means, ibig sabihin, yung missing term na nakuha natin, which is 16, ay tama. So that's how we find the missing term in a proportion. Okay, bigyan ulit tayo ng panibagong halimbawa using the fraction form. 3 to 4 is equal to n to 8. Si n ang nawawala. So, multiply the extremes and then multiply the means. So, multiply muna natin si extremes. 3 times 8 equals 4n. So, baba si 4, lagay si n. Then, divide natin sa both extremes and means. Kanino? Doon sa partner ng n. So, si 4. So, dito, i-cancel uli natin si 4. Ang matitira ay n. 3 times 8 is equal to 24, then divide it by 4. So, n equals 24 divided by 4 equals 6. So, si n ang magiging 6. So, let's check if tama ang sagot natin. Multiply the extreme and then the means. Palitan si n ng 6. So, extremes is equal to 3 times 8 equals 24. Ang means ay 4 times 6 is equal to 24. So, equal siya. So, therefore, yung missing term dito ay magiging 6. So, tama yung sagot natin. Okay, let's have this one. To sum it up, let's have a short generalization. What is ratio? Remember, children, that ratio is a comparison of two or more quantities in the form of A to B, where A and B are called terms. Proportion is a statement that two ratios are equal. It can be written in two ways, as two equal fractions and or using colon. Hope you learned something from our video tutorial, children. To find out if you learned something, let's try the following. Question number 1. What is the ratio of flowers to leaves? If your answer is 2 to 3, perfect, you got it right. Question number 2. What is the ratio of pot to shovel? If your answer is 5 to 7, you got it right. Question number 3. What is the ratio of sprinklers to gloves? If your answer is 9 to 4, you got it right. Question number 4. The ratio of circles to triangles is 8 to 3. Complete the drawing. If you draw 2 triangles, your answer is correct. Question number 5. The ratio of squares to circles is 4 to 5. Complete the drawing. If you draw 4 squares, you got it right. Question number 6. Simplify the ratio, such 6 to 12. If your answer is 1 to 2, Perfect. Question number 7. Simplify the ratio 35 to 15. If your answer is 7 to 3, magaling! You got it right. Question number 8. Simplify the ratio 16 to 40. If your answer is 2 to 5, perfect. Question number 9. Solve the word problem below. The ratio of red tickets to blue tickets is 3 to 4. If there are 18 red tickets, how many blue tickets are there? So this problem is an example of finding the missing term. This will be the equation. 3 to 4 is equal to 8 to n. Find the missing term. Kung ang iyong sagot ay 24, magaling! Ikaw ay may natutunan. Para naman sa ikasampung tanong, solve the word problem below. The ratio of chocolate donuts to vanilla donuts is 5 to 12. If there are 14 donuts in all, how many vanilla donuts are there? Oops, this will be your assignment. If you get the answer, comment it on the comment box. Again, hope you learned something from our video tutorial. Thank you for watching and listening. Once again, this is Sir Ricky saying good day and stay safe. Bye-bye!